Welcome everyone, my name's Michael Casswell and welcome to the Ultimate Guitar Effects. This is a DVD helping you put together a small guitar rig using effects pedals. We're going to start small and gradually get quite big. I'm going to show you my different pedal boards I use for live and for session work. I'm going to show you what order to put pedals in, where to spend your money best, and what sounds good and what sounds ungood, if there's such a thing, uncool. First thing to remember is guitar effects don't replace your playing, they enhance your playing. It's all about sound enhancement. So they will make a good guitar player sound better, but they'll make a bad guitar player sound awful. That's a fact of life. We're going to start small. I'm going to show you some of my collection of pedals and where to spend your money best. The first thing to remember is if you are going to invest money in effects pedals, make sure that you have a half-decent guitar and a half-decent amplifier, because if they're not cutting it, then why spend another £100 on an effects pedal that's just going to affect a bad guitar and a bad amp? So always spend your money wisely, and I hope this is going to help you make the right choice. So where would we start? Well, we start with a completely clean amp, and this is my clean sound. There's nothing on it at all. I've just got the guitar straight in to a clean amplifier. A good lead is essential. You need to have good guitar cables. There's no point in spending money on a pedal if your guitar cables are rubbish. Spend some money on a good cable. So what would be the first guitar pedal we buy? Well, my first guitar pedal was a distortion pedal, because back when I was playing, I had a Vox AC30 which was extremely loud, and the only way I could get a reasonable volume was some distortion and gain was with a distortion pedal, and I actually have it in my array of distortion pedals at my feet. So let's check it out. Here we have a very pretty selection of distortion and overdrive pedals. There's plenty on the market to choose from. These happen to be just what I have in my box, and I've used over the years on and off. So here we have the Boss Super Overdrive. Pretty cool pedal. It's an overdrive pedal that can kick a lot of gain into an amp that's on the edge. So if you've got an amp with not too much gain, get one of these, put it in front, and it'll bring your amp to life. Standard Tube Screamer, very cool pedal, does a very similar thing to the Super Overdrive. This is the standard one. It does exactly the same thing with an amp. It will push it to the limit. This is a vintage Tube Screamer. It's quite sought after. Doesn't sound too different. I can't tell the difference between this and a new one. There's a lot of talk about old pedals. It's good to have, but you know, the new stuff is just as good. This is the newest version of the Tube Screamer. It's got a few more options on it. It's got extra bass, extra gain. I use this quite a lot. The Boss DS1, instant distortion, but with a lot of a compression. When you wind up the distortion on this, you lose the attack of the note, I've found. I have used this a lot, but nowadays it stays in the box just because I like to keep the attack of my note when I'm playing. When I'm picking, you tend to lose it with this. It turns into a bit of a mush, or that could just be my playing, I don't know. An MXR Distortion Plus. This is a very, very early version of it, a vintage one. This was the first pedal I ever bought, and it was said to be on the same stage as Jimi Hendrix at the 1970 Isle of Wight Festival. Yeah, I used this a lot when I first started playing with a Vox AC30. It was the only way I could get some gain and overdrive and feedback. I used this. It's a pretty cool pedal. I occasionally still use it. Very vibey. The Marshall Governor pedal, it grinds and pumps like a Marshall is supposed to. Cool pedal. But here's the daddy, the Mesa Boogie V-Twin. Sounds great in most situations. The only drawback is it's damned expensive. Arms and legs. You chop your arm and leg off and then sell it. That's how much it costs. So this is out of this selection. What am I going to choose to introduce you to our first kind of building our first guitar pedal board? Well, I'm going to choose this pedal because I think it's pretty versatile out of all these. It's not a distortion pedal. We're going to go for the overdrive. It's called the Tube Screamer. So this will be what we start with. We've got our first pedal linked up here. It's the tube screamer. This is without it. This is just the amp by itself, perfectly clean. It's as quiet as I can get this amp. It's probably on half of one. So, what I like about this pedal is you can get that instant kind of Stevie Ray thing. It's great for that kind of bluesy. It's not a distortion pedal, but it's got a lot of tone to it. It's more of an overdrive pedal. You can go out and buy this pedal anywhere. It'll work great. It's great for an amp that's kind of on the edge. Even though I'm running this amp clean, I'm going to show you a way to get more gain out of this with our next pedal in our next section. So this is how it sounds, and it's pretty cool. What I also like about these pedals is it's something I look for in a distortion pedal, in that when you turn the guitar down from your volume pot here, it goes sweet and cleans up. So the pedal is still on, it's still working, but because I'm controlling it here from the guitar, so I can get that sweet kind of. It's not, you can hear the definition of the note. So that's why I kind of go for overdrive pedals more than distortion pedals, because I get that kind of, that in-between sound, which is I think very important. I can go from that. So the harder I hit the note, the more distortion I get. So you go. Clean. So this is our starting point. So where are we going to go next? Well, I'm going to tell you.